Hello my loyal Dragonites, and welcome to the Dragon Den. I'm KingofDragons 5000, and today I have another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Metacom Toys Mafex Luke Skywalker from the Mandalorian. As we take Luke Skywalker out of the packaging, I'm very impressed by what they did here with this figure. To date, this is the most accurate representation of Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian. Luke is going to come with several different hands for holding his lightsaber and various style posing, as well as 3 different versions of his lightsaber. And finally, Luke will come with his Jedi cloak. As we take a closer look at Luke Skywalker, you can see that this is the most accurate representation as what he looked like from The Mandalorian. Though not 100% accurate, it's still the best from any other toy line. As we take a look at the head sculpt, it's a pretty good likeness to Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian, even though it's not accurate to Mark Hamill. Although Mark Hamill is quite difficult to get down his likeness, this is still a pretty good representation of what Luke Skywalker looks like. The sculpt on the face is actually done very well, and I like all the details that went into his face. The hair is nicely sculpted, and it is done in this very nice rich brown color. His black tunic is done very nicely, and you can see all the different layers that this version of Luke has on. I like the subtle detailing that we get in the robes, giving each layer its own individual texture. I especially like the subtle detail of it crisscrossing on the back of his outfit. His sleeves are still going to be cast in that very nice black plastic, and we still get detailing on his sleeves. It's a pretty nice texture going up and down his sleeves, and we still get some really nice wrinkles. Luke will still have his normal hand on the left side, and on the right side we do have his black glove. The detailing in Luke's belt is actually done very nicely, as we do have this silver buckle in the front. We do have a clasp that will hold his lightsaber on the left side, and one detail I like is that there is some separation between the belt and the wrap going around his waist. The sculpt work on his pants is done very well, as it still continues that really nice texture, and we even get seam lines going down the sides. We do have some folds and wrinkles, and I like the fact that it does bunch up in some areas. And as we take a look at his boots, Luke Skywalker is wearing a pair of glossy black boots. They are done in this very nice gloss, which does look really accurate to what we saw in The Mandalorian. And we'll still get some really nice folds and wrinkles near the ankle, and the rest of his boot is still cast in that really nice glossy black. So overall, Luke Skywalker has some phenomenal details in his robes, as it's very textured going throughout it, and I like the detailing that they put into this figure. In terms of paint, there's really not much to speak of other than his head, because this figure is mostly cast in black plastic. But with what little paint is on the figure, it's actually done very well. With the paint and details out of the way, let's compare Luke Skywalker to our usual suspects. Being part of the Mafex line, Luke Skywalker is going to scale more toward true 1/12 scale, making him smaller than domestic figures. However, lines like Black Series and Lightning Collection are more in line with the scale, and he looks good paired with those. Luke Skywalker is going to have a double ball joint in the head and a ball joint in the neck. Ball jointed butterfly joints and ball sockets in his shoulders. Arms hinge out to the side and do a full 360. A swivel in the shoulder and double hinges in his elbow. A hinged ball joint in his wrist. Luke Skywalker will have a double ball joint in his lower torso. Ball hinge hips will kick forward, go back, out to the side, and he'll have a ball jointed hip. A single bend at the knee. A ball hinge in the ankle, as well as a toe hinge. The return of Luke Skywalker was such an epic moment in The Mandalorian, and seeing him in action figure form by Mafex is a really nice addition to the collection. Although this Luke Skywalker isn't 100% accurate to the show, I'm still very impressed by the detailing here. At the time of recording this video, this is the most accurate representation of Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian. The tunic is done very nicely, and all that detail that they put into it is very welcomed. I especially like the amount of hands that they gave Luke Skywalker, as giving him all these different hands gives him a lot of style pose and display options. And the inclusion of a wire in his cloak makes for some very dynamic posing. Overall, this is a great Luke Skywalker to add to your collection, especially if you're a fan of The Mandalorian. I did pick up my Luke Skywalker from HobbyLink Japan for about $75, and at the time of making this video, he's still available. Whether you're a fan of the moment from The Mandalorian or just want a Luke Skywalker in your collection, definitely check out the Mafex Luke Skywalker. And thank you for watching another video here on the Dragon Den, but before you go, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all the rest of my Mafex videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.